I'm here with Cosimo from WSense at Oceanology International. Cosimo, really good to chat. What is it that you're using this platform to showcase this year?
So here is a pleasure to be here because, of course, there are a lot of companies, partners and providers of sensor that we use every time in our underwater activities. So we are trying to explain our uniqueness in the market because we are able to create those flexible wireless network, and we are able to provide our customers and our partners the capability to have widespread areas to collect data in real time from underwater and in all different use cases. And we are here to showcase those use cases as well as our WCould technology, that is the technology that our customers are using to collect information and to get decision out of the data. And we use also artificial intelligence, AI, generative AI, in order to make this exercise easier for them.
All right, so let's break that down because there's a lot there. First of all, let's talk about what the WSense kind of mesh networking technology is, because that's kind of foundational to a lot of what you've just spoken about.
Correct. So we have hardware and software. So here you can see all our hardware pieces that allow to create the network underwater. It's like an IoT, an Internet of Things network that you have over the water, but in this case we're using acoustic networks to provide data underwater. So our system can be positioned on the seabed or in the middle of the water and can spread the data from all those points to the gateway. The gateway is the black box you can see there, then spread the data on satellite or 5G on the cloud, and so everyone can get the data available. And of course, there are different applications we can work with and we are already working with. For example, when you're doing activity offshore, so you are, for example, deploying cables and you want to control the levels of noise or the turbidity that is happening underwater. Or in other cases, for example, for environmental monitoring in marine protected areas, for protecting marine mammals and getting the noise, the digital signature of those animals. Or even in defense or in critical infrastructure control, because we have integrated sensor that will allow us to understand if something is moving or to create sea fencing capabilities in real time.
So mesh network, lots of applications for that. Once you've got that connectivity, what are you doing with it? What are you creating in terms of a cloud platform that enables access to the applications that the connectivity enables? And you mentioned AI in there as well. Of course, lots of providers here are using AI in all kinds of interesting, innovative ways to enable new capabilities for their customers. What can you tell us about what you are enabling?
Of course, providing data is just the tip of the iceberg. At the end, you need to provide the final customer with the capability to understand and what are the most relevant action you can make after that. So, of course, most of our customers are experts, are subject matter experts, and they know how to read the data. Since we are collecting a lot of data in real time, and those data are also critical in some cases, they need the capability to correlate all those data together. So we have added our capability, the generative AI, with our own machine learning capabilities. So every customer can leverage it to put the knowledge and make sure that they can collect data in real time and understand what is happening using our AI tool. In this way, they can get information about correlation between data or, for example, optimize maintenance activities. If the battery is going down or there is a sensor that is not properly working. Because on the ocean, every time you go on water, you have to pay a lot of costs associated. So the more you are able to prevent activities, the better. So we are using artificial intelligence for both those aspects. Predictive maintenance for our customers and for us, of course, but also to understand what is happening underwater and what if there are some negative effect or positive effect that you want to leverage for the next best action.
And how are you bringing this story to life about the connectivity, the data, and then easy access to draw insights from that data? How are you bringing that story to life here at your booth at Oceanology International this year?
So the first thing we have to, so we have a deep tech company. Every time you are trying to explain something that is deep technology, it's difficult sometimes to explain. So we have tried to create use cases that are easy to understand for everyone. So we give an helicopter view of an application. For example, this is an upstream oil and gas application where you want to control all the assets that are here. And you can see the bubbles. Those bubbles are basically our nodes that are moving or are positioned to collect data, and then you can deep dive, and you can collect all the information so you can see what is happening. And you can see the different capabilities of, we can control, for example, the structural health, vibration, movement with specific sensor. We can integrate the data with satellite to have a comprehensive view of in situ data and satellite. Or for example, we can connect data with AUVs for maintenance. So this is the typical example of a use case where you need all different kind of assets in order to control the production, to control the operation, to control the maintenance, and also to control the environmental settings.
We've been through a few screens in here. I know there's a lot more interactivity here, and I think you really have succeeded in bringing to life a lot of, well, I guess the opportunities as well as the capabilities. My final question to you, Cosimo, is this though. What is it that by working with WSense, what is it that your partners get that is maybe unique? What's the unique value add that WSense brings?
So as I was mentioning at the beginning, we are unique because we are providing this flexible network and an agnostic platform. So you are flexible in terms of what kind of sensor you want to use. You are flexible in terms of the way you want to deploy the system or expand the system whenever your application is. Last but not least, we are also sustainable because we are not using cables that are a cost, and in some operational cases are, I would say, not dangerous, but can be broken. So there is the risk to lose data, and losing data now, data is money, and data is capability to get decisions. If you have not control, you're losing money because so. Those are the uniqueness we are providing to the market, and we are going against the sampling method, the traditional methods. We are trying to change the way to do it, the way to do environmental monitoring, to control. We want to give voice to the ocean, like our payoff says.
Indeed. Cosimo, we'll leave it there for now. It's been really good to chat. Thank you for chatting us through what WSense is doing right now.
Thanks a lot.